more humble.
So it's crazy.
I feel like the internet.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Think Successfully Room. This is a platform where we focus on building mindsets. We building character, bringing value to both you and your people, and aligning your body with your intelligence. I am your host, QB So Effing Amazing, and today is a very interesting topic. I'm very excited for this topic because I don't have a lot of opportunities to engage in topics like cryptocurrency. So I invited my guy, Ollie. Appreciate you for coming to the Think Successfully Room, bro.
No, man, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. So to start off, man, before we touch on these questions, man, what got you into the realm of cryptocurrency?
What got me into the realm of cryptocurrency? I spent time trading Forex for a long time. Matter of fact, I'll tell you a story. I was at Kennesaw State University, and I just had my second child, and I was married at the time, and I was the stay-at-home dad, and I was trying to figure out this Forex thing. Everybody was trying to figure out Forex. So as I'm in Forex, I'm learning how to understand the way currencies work and how fast the market can turn and how people value currencies. My brother lives in Amsterdam. I would send him $100, and then by the time he picked it up, it was like $87 because of our currency would change. So that was always fascinating to me to understand, why does my dollar not equal $1 somewhere else? And when a dollar would not be worth $1 in his country, it intrigued me to say, okay, why are we losing value? What is it about money that's of value? So I spent a lot of time reading books, and I was a stay-at-home dad, staying at home with my son and really diving in. I was a YouTube guy, checking out a lot of YouTubes. And then I went back to school. And I knew for a fact that the dollar is great, but until you go overseas, you realize how the dollar works. Like if you go to Mexico, the dollar stretches very, very, very far. You understand that some things are more important than others. So when cryptocurrency came out, I understand there was a limited availability in Bitcoin.
Right.
So anything, coming from a real estate background, that tells you that, hey, there's a limited supply of anything, you might want to get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
So that was my big introduction into it. I was kind of forced into it because, again, understanding the way value works from buying a home, having money, losing money, and saying, okay, if I stop thinking about the money itself, what's a real value? What's something that everyone's going to want later? I'll tell you one more thing, and I'm trying to keep this kind of short as an intro, but my ex-father-in-law gave me a kilo of gold, 40 grand. Okay, it was about 40 grand, 40 grand in my hand. He said, you ever hold $40,000 in your hand? I said, wow, so I hold it. He said, do you know if this country got taken over today, you could melt this down, wear it as a gold necklace, and you can go anywhere in the world and not get stopped. But I guarantee if you try to walk out there with $40,000 cash, you won't get stopped at customs.
Man, come on, man, yeah.
And I said, boom.
Yeah.
This is something that, again, I'm thinking about the dollar bill, but he's saying, hey, if the world came to an end, a metal is more important than that dollar bill.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
So I'm not going to go too far in there. I'm just trying to give you an idea of where my mindset was at when I first said, okay, this is interesting.
Yeah.
That's
a gem right there, man. Yeah, a lot of people, and obviously that topic can go deep.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to talking about investing into precious metals and how 100%. Important it is. And when we talk about cryptocurrency, man, it was an issue, a problem when, as we were discussing before we started shooting with Doge and Shib Inu, right? So the problem with both of those projects is that when it was going crazy over the internet, people looked at it as a get-rich-quick scheme. You know what I'm saying? This person said, I made X amount of money from Doge. This person said, I made X amount of money from Shib. And people immediately started going to create accounts with, these different exchanges, whether we're talking about Coinbase, Robinhood, Binance, etc.
Yeah.
And they began investing into these projects. But the problem is that they had zero knowledge behind what they were getting themselves into.
1,000%.
So I wanna know your thoughts on that whole situation, man.
I think that that experience was the best thing that happened to cryptocurrency, and I could fight with anyone about that all day long. The reason I say that was the best experience is because we got a chance to understand how valuable Bitcoin and Ethereum really is, and XRP. Because when you have something that has no value, but you have a crowd fund of people saying something is of value, you validated the reason that Bitcoin and Ethereum is here.
Yeah.
Your currency, your dollar bill is only valuable because if I need to buy something from you, I can't say, hey, let me give you some air.
It's only valuable because the government says it's
There you
valuable.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's yeah.
So when SHIB, Inu, and when you have Dogecoin, when they came out, I was arguing with a lot of people socially, and I was just like, hey, man, this is not the best thing because it's misinformation.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I bought Doge, and what's funny is I screenshot it waiting on it to crash. So when I posted, my gains, I had to prove to them the time centers, hey, I did this just to show you the effery, if you will,
right, yeah.
of what this is. But again, it's the crowd fund, right? It's the crowd fund of showing how powerful we have the control as consumers, and we put the value on something, but the education is still missing.
Facts, man.
Right? But it also made me feel good to say that, well, if I do buy something of real value, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP.
And the crazy part is, man, they completely missed that, man.
Oh,
it was a trend that everybody just hop on, man, and it always been a thing, man. And the thing that got me most was I'm sitting here. I was one of the one person that wasn't investing into Doge. I'm like, man, look at these goofy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, it's one thing missing here, man, is that y'all have zero knowledge behind the team, the ecosystem that was built behind this project that y'all investing into, and that was a big problem for me.
You say something that's making me think even more in depth about how right you are, is the fact that people ran to SHIB and Doge after it already happened.
Yeah.
We run to things late. If I tell you Jordan just scored 60 points tonight, do you think he gonna score 80 the next night? Nah. It's already happened.
Yeah.
Kobe had 81. He wasn't gonna do it again the next night.
Right.
Or the chances of Kobe doing it again the next night were a little bit more slim than none.
Right.
Okay? So when something is too good to be true and it happens, I always say, if you read it in the news, it already happened, it's too late.
Yeah.
By the time it hits the news or anyone else or any other outlet, it's too late. It's happened.
Man, so what's happening there? The reason why we catch things so late?
Lack of research. Right? Lack of research.
Yeah.
We have a problem. It's hard to talk to someone who lives paycheck to paycheck about investing in anything.
True. Facts.
Right? I had this conversation earlier last week with the mayor, and I said, hey, we need to have equitable estates. The hardest part is that I can give a motivational speech about investing in anything, but by Tuesday they go back to their warehouse job and they're in their feelings. And they lose all of their interests. Does that make sense? So it's hard to have that.
Man, I want to add on to that, man. Like I realized that it's funny because you said people be intrigued one minute, but the moment they return to reality, they become they merge back into their feelings, man.
Hardest thing in the world. One
thing you can do to stay grounded, and it's a fact, is that as long as you know it's information out there to get you out of your situation, you will forever just be in a comfortable place in life, man.
1000%.
And I realized that early on is that it don't matter what I'm dealing with in life, I know it's always information out there that's going to help me come out of that situation.
Education is the passport to success. Fast, good information makes the most successful people.
Yeah.
If you're getting good information and you're getting it fast, you're getting it quickly, and it's good information, that's how you win.
Facts.
Right?
That is a fact.
Like this podcast here, it's good information, and it's getting to us quickly. We're still early in cryptocurrency. We have a long, long, long way to go. It is a retirement plan, regardless of what people want to say. I'm 38 years old, bro, and I can only imagine where it's going to be in 5 years, 10 years. I don't plan on retiring.
Man, it's I think it's important. Well, it's a few things I feel is important, man. So when it comes to cryptocurrency, obviously when you purchase crypto, you gotta figure out a solution to best protect those crypto assets.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on like hot storage and cold storage?
I'm going to sound like a contradiction.
Mm.
We're so early in the cryptocurrency space right now. You have a lot of diehard investors and influencers, I'm sure you know as well, that are strictly on the whole thing of, hey, you want to protect your crypto on a hard storage, right? But then there's some that says, no, we have MetaMask, we're okay, we're good. And then some will fight back and say, well, Coinbase, this and the third. No money is safe. You
I
understand?
agree.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I
Like
agree.
nothing is safe. And when you're talking digital anything, the blockchain has done a fabulous job of being a coding language or a language, therefore, if you will, that is safe and protects. But I'm gonna be completely transparent with you and be honest with you. The way that the world is going today, nothing is private. Anything can be hacked. Anything can be broken. You know, when the first time I had 6 figures in my cryptocurrency account, I went through almost, I ain't gonna say a lie to you, like a real depression because I said, if I move this money into my bank account, I'm gonna get audited. Anything over $10,000 that hit your bank account, the bank is gonna.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
Yeah, it's
so
a flag.
You imagine moving $100K from this, and you don't have a tax return. You don't really have anything to really just show that. This was coming from Coinbase. So I went through a depression. I was like, man, I got 6 figures in here, but I have to itch this money back out to my account. And I'm afraid because I don't know what the market's gonna do tomorrow, what's gonna do this. So I tell people all the time, is like, you know, today you are an American citizen. You abide by that FDIC. So I would say that in my personal opinion, until we get anything better, I think that Coinbase is gonna be the best way to go.
Okay.
You know, I say Coinbase. It sucks for me to say that as someone that's an advocate for cryptocurrency. But at the end of the day, man, what you gonna do?
That's true, man. So
what you gonna do?
So what's your just because we're on Coinbase, why you feel Coinbase is the safest right now?
Coinbase is the safest right now. They have offices. Oh, they have an office in Chicago. They are on the stock market. So, and again, I came from the stock market. I did 8 years on Wall Street. Any stock that goes to the stock market, they must report earnings every 90 days. It's a requirement. I don't care if it's Family Dollar stock, whatever or if it's Apple, they have to report their earnings. I feel more comfortable knowing where my money is and how that company is performing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true. I agree.
So if they have a CEO switch, I'm going to be notified. When you own a piece of stock or you own a piece of anything in the stock market, you're pretty much an owner. So I own Coinbase. I own stock inside Coinbase. Why? Because it's the only bank that's in this space. So they have other people that have a lot more money than me that's holding them accountable to do the right thing. Now, when you have the Wild Wild West out here and you have all these different websites that can hold like Binance and so on and so forth, they're not even in this country. So how can you really hold them accountable?
Right.
And here's the one thing, I'm gonna say this too, Cube. I'm sorry to interrupt, but
you good.
I want people to really grasp this understanding. Until you have 6 figures inside your crypto account, don't talk to me about Coinbase and what you feel more comfortable in.
Right. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I definitely understand.
You telling me you want to have your money over in China and you got $124,000 in it?
Yeah.
I'll keep my money inside Coinbase. you know, we get this from people that you know, they have some money in there, but they man, give it a good place. But nah, man, it's like,
but 6 figures though. It's like,
would you imagine waking up and Binance crashes?
Oh my God, yeah, man.
I take a Coinbase crash before I take a Binance crash.
Man,
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
1000% honest.
So why? I guess I want you to go into detail about that, man.
Yeah. Binance has been investigated quite often about their books. We had the crazy thing with what was the coin? I didn't even invest in it. The gentleman who took almost billions of dollars, him and his girlfriend, man, they ran with this with the money and
close up shop.
And they want to hold him accountable. They want to do federal charges against him. And you have Laurie, what's his name? The guy from Mr. Magnificent or whatever his name is. He's investing in it. He's asking him, what happened to the money? What happened to the money? Hey, well, I don't know. And the hardest thing is, since we don't have a real regulation and we're not calling cryptocurrencies real currencies, we don't have a way to really regulate this space. We don't have a way to indict people for something that's not a currency.
Right.
Okay? If I steal money out your bank account, I stole money out your bank account. That's a currency that I took from you.
Mm-hmm.
But you talking about make believe. Okay? Who's going to defend you? What lawyer is out there that's really going to say, oh, he took $100,000 out your account? Well, let me go help you. There's a beautiful coin out there called Lossless. I'm very interested in that coin. It's one of my favorite coins because there is a similar DeFi project that's like an insurance. It'll stop it in its tracks. I actually sent $3,000 worth of Ethereum to someone, and I have no idea who the hell did it. So I went on etherscan.io trying to find who I sent it to, whatever the case may be. But we still do have the challenges. Now, Lossless can stop the transaction, try to find out where that money is, and recover it.
Damn, for real?
You know, Lossless is a great coin. Now, again, we're still early. We're so early.
How you like LOSS?
LSS is their ticker. And I really admire them because they care enough. They have the initiative of stopping those transactions.
Damn.
Dead in their spots. So imagine, you ever had money taken out of your bank account?
No, I have, man. I have, but that shit hurt.
So what was it? Was it a debit money or was it credit money?
That's the thing. That's why I was like, look, man, hey, I'm tired of putting my money at risk, man. I'm using the credit. I'm using the bank's money, man.
I took my mom to Miami and I was at a conference, man. We having a good time. By the time I got Uber, $3,800 came on my account. And I'm sitting there processing. I'm like, what the hell did I buy? Like, I'm really going through it. It was boom, transaction. And it came out of my debit account. So as I'm scratching my head trying to figure this piece out, I'm sitting there just like, so I call the bank and the bank says, well, we're going to give you 10 days and we may credit the money back. So now I'm in Miami. I said, I'm going to use my credit card because it's your money this time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your money this time.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what happens is, my fault for cutting your knowledge, man. And the reason why I started using credit is because I realized, like, when I swipe this credit card, they don't have direct access to my funds. So if they steal your money and I tell you I didn't authorize that transaction, you got to cancel that, lock that card and send me something new. But then my money is still safe. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole idea behind
scamming
that.
is at an all-time high right now because we are going into, another, depression, if you will. Technically, we're in a depression because when you have 4 consecutive quarters of low GDP, technically you're in a depression, and we're in a depression. This is the one time in America where we have people creating jobs through Uber, so not reporting that they're really unemployed. But the truth of the matter is inflation is at an all-time high. My milk costs the same amount as your milk costs. So you have people that are going out here that are going to do things to cryptically steal money.
Right.
Okay? Because these are hard times that we're in. Cryptocurrency gets a bad name, but also at the same time, on a larger scale, we have to understand that we need to understand what's going on economically in the world with money. And that money's not going to be money anymore. The Fed came out with Fed Now, so now they can monitor your accounts. So next year, when you file your tax return, the Fed will send that money to an account, and you can have access to that account. So if that money come up missing, the Fed's going to be on top of it right away.
Right.
Okay? The world is changing.
Yeah, man, it's important. It's important for us to stay up on top of that, man. And I can't stress this enough, man. And it's like, unfortunately, everybody is not going to understand that, but that brings me into my next question, man, of, the importance of educate. It's either you're going to educate yourself or you're going to fall victim to what's going on.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So as far as that, because I do believe that it's like, man, it's either or, man. It's either you're going to sit here and do what's necessary, or you're going to be one of those ones that falls behind and then complain about, and then at a point, it's going to be hard for you to even catch up.
1,000%. You and I talked. I told you I commend you so much for having a podcast of such, because it is important for us to understand and be able to get this information and get the right information.
Right, facts.
Right?
Appreciate it,
so
man.
For you having a platform like this on a level, because I don't openly talk about these things. I've gotten to a point almost become like what they call a hermit, where it's just, I'm just quiet. I'm in my own little world now.
Yeah.
Because these conversations, it just seems like the world doesn't want to hear it. There's a lot of good information, a lot of bad information, but most importantly is get the information. I tell people all the time, buy Bitcoin. Let it sit there. I don't care if you go on Coinbase, you take $100, you buy it, and you delete the app off your phone. Come back to it in a couple of years and see what happens.
So you saying with Bitcoin, you don't have to put a whole bunch into it. Just put a reasonable amount and then let it grow over time.
1,000%. If I could be completely transparent and honest, I truly believe that Bitcoin, after this halving event, and we will get into the halving event, after this halving event that's going to happen between April and May, by July, we should see not $100,000 Bitcoin, but we'll closely see a $80,000, $90,000, just shy of $90,000 Bitcoin.
Once the halving hits.
Once the halving hits.
So, no, I'm finna tap in because I realized the halving happens every 4 years, right?
That's correct. That's a fact.
So the last time a halving happened was 2020.
That is
and
a
then
fact.
Before then was 2016.
That is a fact.
And then every time, right, because what's happening is when they cut the supply.
That's a fact.
The demand outweighs the supply, so the price is increasing.
I don't know why you got me here.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, I do a little research, man.
You are so spot on.
Man, I do a little research, man. Appreciate that, man.
I can't believe that our community has not picked up on that yet.
Yeah.
I'm getting chills right now. And I'm going to tell you why, because I was in Phoenix, Arizona. Me and my ex-wife were living together, and we took 401k money. And I remember going through the motions. The halving event happened. Nothing happened. Damn. Wait a couple more weeks. Damn, man, nothing happened. Then it hit. So I was like, oh, okay.
You talking about the halving event.
Because the halving is a date, right? So right now, I tell everybody, between April and May 24th, technically, literally, that's when the halving should happen.
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen on the actual date of halving. You know, history shows sometimes it takes 30 days, 45 days before you see that real spike. Because what happens is the market has to settle.
Right.
The event happens, supply cuts, but then you're talking about it actually settling down. And once it's settled down, that's when the currency responds to the event that happened. So I encourage you, and that's the reason I'm saying I'm so glad that you bring this up, because I've been wanting to say this, and I just don't have a platform large enough. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see I have it pinned at the top.
I seen it.
Right?
I
did that years ago.
I seen it. Yeah.
Maybe 3 years ago, that post, I put it up and I pinned it.
Yeah.
Because I said, if I die tomorrow, did I give this proper education to the people and to the world? You can't come to my page and say that you didn't know.
And it's important for them to catch it, because if they don't catch it, they got to wait another 4 years.
Listen, if I would have believed in myself more during the last halving event that happened, I believed. But if I believed the way I believe now, we wouldn't be talking right now. You wouldn't catch me. I would be on the beach somewhere on the island.
Yeah.
I'd be going. And I say that because, you know, again, even me, I was still skeptical. This is the first time the halving event that'll happen when we're in a recession/depression. Okay, think about that. This is the first recession/depression that Bitcoin has ever been in. So I'm dying to see how the market responds. One, because a lot of people don't have the liquidity to invest into Bitcoin. That's why I don't see us having $100,000 Bitcoin. That does not mean that it's not going to hit 100,000. I just don't see it happening in this halving event.
Right.
Okay?
Which is completely understandable.
When the market, I'm trying not to steal too much time, bro. I just get super excited about it.
No, you good, man. I like this conversation, man. Yeah, this is a fire conversation.
When you go and you understand the equilibrium in economics, and you understand market cycles, I don't care if it's real estate, I don't care what it is, anything that has to do with cycles, things have to go up and they have to come down to go to higher prices.
Facts.
I'm 38 years old. When I was a kid, gas was $1.24. I was having this conversation with my fiance. I said, do you remember when we were kids? I said, minimum wage was $4.35.
Damn.
You could not have told me 25 years ago that minimum wage would be almost $15.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been listening to it.
So you ready for this? What if I told you in 20 years, minimum wage is gonna be $50 an hour? Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Minimum wage. Minimum wage.
Yeah.
So that tells you something. It tells you that what happens is we never go backwards. We just adjust.
Yeah, we
adjust. Okay?
Right.
So even though I'm saying that Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 one day, I'm telling you right now, there's people that make $100,000 today that do not have money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't get excited because I'm saying like, oh, you're going to make a $70,000 come up because Bitcoin is $28,000 today or give or take, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to understand if you miss out on this opportunity, what's going to happen when minimum wage is $50 an hour?
Yeah.
And $100,000 is like $5 in a gas tank.
Yeah.
Today.
Mm-hmm. Man,
I'm not giving you a ride on $5 a gas tank today.
Yeah, that's
it. So I need you to understand that $100,000 is not going to be $100,000 when this happens.
Mm-hmm.
So either you're going to be watching or you're going to be like, damn, I'm glad I did that, but I'm still need to.
Man, Pete, and the thing is, man, they got time to catch it, man.
Y'all,
you have to catch it, man. If you don't, you gonna feel bad you didn't. You gonna be in your feelings about it.
What better time, man? Drake said it best. He said, what a time to be alive. I couldn't imagine being alive in the 60s, 70s and being this age because I'm going to miss this wave.
Man, bro, I think the technology is just exciting, man. It's just the technology, just how the technology is emerging today, and just the different opportunities that we have today, man. It's on a whole nother level, and it's exciting, man.
You and I met through social media. I met P on social media. You know, meeting people through social media. I met you quickly.
And it was quick, and you responded quickly. I appreciated that. I'm like, yeah, he got back to me pretty quick,
That's
man.
quick.
But the thing is that I've been holding myself accountable as far as networking with different individuals, man. Because before this podcast, or I don't even like to call it a podcast. It's more so like a platform where you can come learn.
1,000%.
This platform has allowed me to make a lot of different connections that I wasn't making prior to us creating or putting this platform together, man. So just having the ability or just having the opportunity to even reach out to a Ollie, and you responding as quickly as you did, man, I was happy by that. I'm like, man, he responded. I'm excited to get him on here.
I appreciate you having me.
And we could chop it up about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, I'm happy you had me, man. Like I said, you know, I'm looking for the community of people that want to learn more about it. You see that we've been talking and how excited I get and how knowledgeable you are. I would have seen you in Walmart, Target, anywhere else on the street, and we wouldn't even have this conversation. And that's sick. We can talk about the game, but we ain't gonna talk about the cryptocurrency.
Or an episode of what we done seen on Netflix.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of conversations that don't hold substance no more, man.
That's it.
And most importantly, man, it's about engaging in conversations you can learn from. Because I learned a lot from you just in a matter of an hour or so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel accomplished today just because of that.
1,000%,
you know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate you for coming on this platform. And man, if you up to it, man, we can have later episodes as well.
Man, I'll be here every week. Again, you know, it's people like you, like I said, that make this fun.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Because it is a thing of the questions you're asking are the right questions.
Yeah.
I think we're past this point of what is cryptocurrency? What is Bitcoin? If we're still having that conversation, we're handicapping our people.
Facts.
We're talking about the Halving event that's going to happen literally in 8-9 months or whatever it is going to be. That's a big damn deal. And if we don't do something about it now, you know, we have tax returns, we have Christmases, we have birthdays. We have opportunities to say, hey, I'm going to take this thing serious.
And invest, man. And it's sad, man. Everybody not gonna take it serious. I hate to say that, man, but that's just the truth. Everybody not gonna see the importance of it until it happens.
That's 1,000%. But you told them.
Yeah,
you told them. You told them right here tonight. You literally had told them, you know, and they can go Google it. They can fact find. They can come back, ask you questions, and that's what I think. What it's all about is getting the right information and being able to say, hey, I heard something about that. What is that?
Man, and then that's what I'm hoping, man, is that they hear this podcast, and whether it's from me or you, and they 1,000%. Reach out to either one of us and they have questions about that halving event. And then I don't mind being quick about it and how important it is.
Love it, man. I love it.
Man, appreciate you, man.
No, thank you for having me.
Man, yes, sir, man.
Appreciate it.
Look,
very
Ollie,
much
man,
so.
we gonna go ahead and close this out, bro.
Awesome.
Man, life is good. Life is wonderful. Be blessed to be alive. Self-sufficiency is how you survive. To the kings and queens, to the gods and goddess, forever and always. Think successfully.